In your regular first-person shooter, you shoot bad guys, you shoot robots, you run behind cover and automatically heal in 5 seconds. You fire 15 rounds out of your rifle, then reload it, then bam! That magazine that you dropped on the ground, the one that still had 15 rounds left, yeah, those rounds have now magically floated back into your inventory. Why? Well, it's easy. It's accessible game design. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine a game with realistic reloading that anyone would ever want to play. Who would ever want to manage their inventory to every last single bullet in their magazine? Oh damn, a genre. Got one. Aiming!
Oh shit. Get wrecked!
Realistic shooters? What's this? Milsim? What's that? I mean, the best definition of a realistic shooter is that it's the opposite of accessible. It's the let's buy a game that has 91 keybinds that you must remember. I mean, let me just write these down really quick. It's the let's walk for 45 minutes in a desert and then die to an IED. Wait, somebody remind me of why this is fun? I mean, sounds not too exciting, right? Well, some people actually like those sort of games. Some like that added amount of downtime before a firefight, or the added amount of difficulty it takes for a group of 50 people to communicate as a team and split into separate squads and engage in extremely challenging battles to overcome the bad guys.
False. Bears eat beats.
Bears. Beats.
Battlestar Galactica.
Ayo! You know when you get a kill streak in Call of Duty and you get an airstrike, right? Or a Black Hawk flies in with a minigun and starts shredding that OPFOR booty. Imagine if the airstrike's origin was from an actual player flying a $20 million A-10 Warthog killing machine, and after hours of training with the aircraft, learning precisely how to use its weapon system, all he's doing is patiently waiting for an airstrike order to assist his team while using thermal imagery to watch over his teammates while they maneuver around the region from 3 kilometers up in the sky. Or imagine if that helicopter minigun was a full helicopter crew piloted by 2 real players flying the helicopter and 2 crewmen on the miniguns firing down at whatever target you're calling out. That's what realistic military shooters are all about. Scale, realism, adaptation, customization, screaming 9-year-olds in the command frequency of a Spec Ops mission.
Can you just shut the fuck up?
Whoa! Meeting with a platoon of Russian Spetsnaz operators and bonding over the best goddamn country song of the 70s. Come on, everybody! Take me to the place West Virginia. It's that immersion. Limited heads-up display. You want to know how many bullets are in that magazine? Well, you better physically look at it. There's no Nerf football numbers there to tell you how many rounds are in your magazine. You're gonna look at it, and you're gonna like it. No radar to tell you where the enemies fire from. You hear the crack of a supersonic round fly past your head, and you listen for the delay and direction of the report. There's no mini-map here. You open that map up big and wide, and you look at it. That's topography. You learn this in Boy Scouts. Terrain is realistically created using photogrammetry to take real-life locations and turn them into war zones for Milsim clans led by 12-year-old digital second lieutenants. Different rifles have different varying bullet velocity, accuracy, and those different bullets have different amounts of momentum, piercing through different objects in fully simulated terminal ballistics. This is as real as you can get with the most powerful computer hardware out there. So while you and your friend Jake might be out there playing Fortnite on your PS4, there's a deep unseen PC gaming community where there's full-on military simulation events that last for 6, even 8 hours on end, containing hundreds of members, communicating using realistic radios with actual frequencies, fitting into the same exact roles that are utilized by real-life military soldiers. And these in-game hardcore soldiers can be role-played by your next-door neighbor, a middle school math teacher who never served in any armed forces, or your buddy from college who is a U.S. Army Ranger with 227 successful raids. The magic here is that this is true teamwork. This is a genre of games where teamwork is absolutely the most powerful ability a group of players must have. And this is what's also cool about it. You don't have to be super serious all the time. There's different communities of varying seriousness and simulation. Some, like ours, just want to relive some of our favorite movies or missions from other more linear video games, have some immersive combat with some quick and concise communications over cool sounding radios, and just chill for the night on the hillside of a simulated Afghanistan.
Drew's about to turn on it. Hide. Get in cover. I have visual.
You good?
It's disabled. They jumped out.
Yeah, pushing up.
Go around. See that over there? Little incline? I see it. I think we can climb
A
that.
little incline.
just
hike
just
through.
Mount Everest. Others, though, fully simulate and recreate exact positions and structures of real-life military forces, where each player has a rank and their own predetermined role in combat. It can get quite cool to see actual ex-military dudes that were all part of a squad in real life roll up and practice the same textbook formations and tactics they learned in their training. But it's even more entertaining to see 14-year-olds dressed up like Navy SEALs rush an objective using the same amount of tactics as those breadcrumbs that get stuck in the bottom of your toaster that you haven't cleaned out for 4 months, you know what I mean? Yeah, those ones. And to quote my favorite content creators of this entire genre, Dyslexy, it's serious fun. This genre is full of the most absurd moments possible in multiplayer gaming. In a console generation where nobody uses their microphones, the communication is left to PC gamers to live on its hilarious idiocracy. When gunshots and explosions are roaring so loud that you can't hear your own voice in your headset, oh my god! Everyone starts yelling callouts, laughing like maniacs at how quickly they're about to die. Oh no! Oh no! We're just screaming swears at the enemy while spraying an LMG down an alleyway. I helped.
Damn, Fury. You kicked his ass.
Oh no! Oh! 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 Wait, did you call in that? Wait! Wait! You called in a bomb on us!
Fire truck. Was that really you who just had all those CKs?
It's quite ironically entertaining that in a genre of games surrounding realism, roleplay, simulation, and seriousness, it's freckled with some of the funniest moments you can have in modern gaming. Just like the gameplay of the realistic military shooter genre, where a long, quiet pause can be abruptly exploded with an ambush of gunfire, the moments that stay in your memories are the ones where a long period of serious simulation was immediately destroyed with a hilarious death or a terrible helicopter pilot, or simply laughing at enemies attempting to save themselves from an incoming A-10 gun run. That's the beauty in this. Nothing is scripted, nothing is planned. It's raw, realistic warfare, and you, an untrained civilian, are shoved into it. Players can make any of these games what they want them to be with the map editors and mods, and therefore the only limit of fun in these sandboxes are the player's own creativity. As always, I highly suggest checking out these games that were heavily referenced in this video if you're interested in getting into this genre. Arma 3, Squad, Escape from Tarkov, Project Reality Battlefield 2, Arma 2 DayZ mod, Postscriptum, and Insurgency Sandstorm. Also, I want to thank the guys and gals over on my Patreon for supporting my videos. That's Alberto, Brennan, Krister, Dampish, Daniel, Danny, David, Demon, Devin, there's a lot of D's in here, Dietmar, Jared, Josh, Kai, Matthew, Mike, Neil, Nolan, Preston, Richard, Scrooge McFox, Cena, SJ Himes, 31er, Tyler Jarvis, or Jarvis, however way, Waylon Kinyard, and Zandabob. Thanks guys a lot. Minutes exactly. Eat that, YouTube.